So anyone else experiencing financial insecurity? Anyone? Anyone? There is so much information out there for us to know how to better handle our finances. But for today's video, I want to share with you some of the top mistakes I made so that maybe you won't feel as alone as I did when I made them. Avoid credit cards in college. So there's this guy on the street on campus and he just told me I had to fill out an application and he gave me this really cool t-shirt and he said it means I got this credit card and I can spend it wherever I want and it's a great way to build my credit and I should use it a lot. Something about points. He also mentioned something about like being interested in a rate and I was just like, no man, I just want the card. I don't think that's what he meant. And now I'm still paying off on an iPod that I got 10 or 15 years ago. My first really big financial mistake was buying a used car when I was fresh out of college. I did not do the research on this vehicle and I bought a lemon. And then I ended up having to pay off a car while also constantly paying for repairs on it. This noise, is that like a thing? Yo, listen, so my battery is dead, but my car's still drivable, right? There's all these lights on my dashboard. Do you think you could maybe pick us up for our date? Have realistic expectations about what your college degree will actually pay you when you are fresh out of college. I did just graduate from college. I don't have any major work experience, but I do have a Bachelor of Arts, so I'm thinking something in the lower 6 figures. 6 figures. I think that's reasonable. Get clarity around your money. Know how much you spend every month. And if you have some automatic withdrawals, make sure you know how much is going to be taken out and when it's going to be taken out. You will save so much time and money by doing this. Trust me. What are you doing? I'm just trying to find $2 to prevent myself from getting that overdraft fee. Read financial books that reflect your interests and then take what you like and leave the rest. You don't have to spend all your money. I don't know what it was, but if I saw like $5 or $10 left in my account, rather than save that, I would just feel like I should go ahead and spend it. I used to think that it was because I felt guilty about having any money left over, but the reality is I just really got a dopamine hit out of spending money, even if it was on something stupid. You're buying paper clips on Amazon. Don't f with my high, man. Be willing to accept the emotional component of money. Just like my relationships with family, friends, substances, and other people, I also have to be willing to take responsibility for where that emotional component comes from and how it affects my finances. So you're saying that because I grew up poor, I feel guilty about having money and therefore I sabotage my own financial well-being because I have a bias towards wealth and a fear of abundance? And the last point that I want to make is that you can always rebuild. After my last breakup, I felt like I had nothing. The furniture wasn't mine, I had no money in savings, and I remember standing in this empty apartment feeling like I had nothing. And the reality is I didn't. I was spending so much of my time investing myself into this person and our future together that I wasn't truly investing in my own emotional or financial well-being. And in that very moment, when I'm standing in that apartment, the thought occurred to me, I will never put myself in a position again where anyone else can determine my well-being. My hope for you is not that you find all the wealth in the world, because the reality is it will not solve everything. But what I do hope for you is that you be given the clarity to know what your visions and goals are and the willingness to work towards achieving it, because we do deserve that. You deserve it. And I believe that those visions and goals are attainable. So in the comments below, tell me one of your biggest mistakes that you have made financially. You know, you can be vague if you need to, but I think it's really helpful for us all to realize that we're not alone in making such dumb decisions sometimes.